We got ourselves Alexis gonna be up versus Big Guns. Big Guns going for the reset. Did you trinket it? Were you sad? Lexus just absolutely blasted it with a massive eviscerates. Wait, did the hunter trinket a sap while Lexus was opening on a pet? Did the hunter expect to be opened up on? What just happened? No, seriously, chat, what just happened? I'm actually so confused. Gonna be Atha getting hit with a kidney shot as Lexus trying to see if they can blast him out. It looks like Athaman is going to be eating back-to-back eviscerates. Got himself that eye for an eye in between of that go. And looks like Lexus is going to be taking a bit of damage from your boy Atha. Blind Dusty cannot trinket it. Only he can do is Blessing Protection or bubble it. Playing that Relentless. He's got himself a little bit less of a CC sitting, but it means once he's out of his human racial, once he's out of immunities, long kidney shots, he's not going to be as long, but he is going to have to sit him. Stun out of the kidney shot with the human racial. Going to be Ashton Hollow versus Lexus, trying to make sure that he doesn't really have that much of a recovery behind one or the other pillar. Going to be a cloak shot for Lexus, hoping to maybe get himself a reset. I don't know if that Wake of Ashes is going to really let you. Smoke bomb, but he's still taking damage from the Wake. That's going to be massive damage out of Atha. Just trying to see if he can slam down a rogue evasion up right now. Lexus is still continuously taking damage from the Wake of Ashes. Atha is continuously getting healed from it. And Lexus again looking for the reset, but the Ashes is not going to let you, especially if you're hugging near the pillar. Looks like Atham might have removed the Ashes, get some cooldown reduction out of it, as it is with the legendary for Wake of Ashes. Doesn't that legendary also increase the damage of Wake? Or is it just the cooldown reduction aspect of it? Because you can cancel it early by pressing the button, and you do get the CD back. Instead of being like a 4-minute CD, it can be down to like a 2-minute CD. If you don't have it last too long. Gonna be kidney shot back into Atha, burning right through all the damage. Atha might have to pop a bubble here, does pop a shield of vengeance in between. Lexus does not have a big defense anymore, only has advantage. Hodge does have a trinket for it. Does he get out of there? Gonna be a massive hammer swing onto Lexus as he got himself big sipping up to re-heal. Doesn't have himself the big Kyrian sippy, but he does have a decent sipping up. Shield of vengeance popping on the rogue. Does put Atha in combat for just a second, I think. Is gonna... Looks like got him out of combat real quickly. Gonna be a big explosion onto Atha. We'll have to bubble it. Definitely bubbles. Lexus trying to see if he can escape it. Gonna be the auto attack waste for Atha, trying to see if he can catch up with the rogue. Can he potentially do it? Rogue is gonna get slowed down. Oh, and Atha does end up slamming down the hammer of justice on the boy. The rogue played that one really well, but you can't outrun the law. In the most literal sense, DJ Thuckleaf is going to be up next as a survival hunter. Immediate stone into Athaman. Did just burn a bubble versus the rogue, so he's going to have to be very careful with the hunter. Hunter got a lot of sustained damage. Them dodges, the grenades, the poison, the bleed, the kill shots. It's all very deadly. Athaman is going to have to be very proactive. Try to see if he can attack the pet to generate a holy power in order to get himself as many water glows as possible. DJ does burn coordinate assault. That's 20% damage increase. It's going to get Athaman interrupted on a shadow, but that's going to be a holy cast to follow. Athaman might just have to blessing protection on the next dot. The next damage might just have to bop it. Hand of Freedom, trying to see if it might be able to be enough here to survive it. Might just have to bop. He got nothing left. Oh no. Even with the dots, he had the grenade rolling on him. He had the surface sing. That wouldn't remove his dots. The magic dots will not get removed with the Blessing Protection. Gonna be Thuckleaf trying to see if he can survive the Resonator and the Rogue Burst. Oh, that trinket! How? Oh my goodness, that trinket is actually a hard counter for that pet. By the way, that pet sack will help you avoid some of the crits you take from the rogue, but that trinket can no longer crit. It's a guaranteed 20% of your health just gone, maybe even more if you got it fully maxed out in full duelist or elite set. My goodness, dude. Glitch just ended up taking him out. Does go for a bit of a reset. Really quick sprint on the way. Looks like something's going to get him on the south. I think it's maybe potentially a flame shot. Going to be Arkin trying to see if he can maybe get on him. Glitch does, I think, have a dot on him, but he can't control the pets. Oh no, if only the game enhanced and show an ability to control their pets. The nose, ghost ropes, and the earth elemental would immediately run at the rogue. Get him back in combat. Glues just built some calm points off of Archie from the first engagement. Is going to stick him into a quick slice and dice. Quick interrupt on the flesh cuff. That's going to be Sunder under rogue feed. Is going to be a little bit disoriented, but does recover into a kidney shot. Just punching Archie in the gut. Does not have the resonator trinket this time during his burst, so Archie isn't super worried. Doesn't have to use his trinket that early. Is going to immediately recover, trapping the rogue with him. With the static totem, quick disarm onto the shaman. Doesn't really need his weapons that much for maelstrom generation since he got the ghost toes, and should potentially be able to get himself lots of damage versus his rogue. Try to see if he can slam him down. Massive burst into Glitch. Does cook a shot for this one, or maybe just dance. Get a shot out of Archie. It's gonna be a cheap shot to follow. Does at least get himself recovery in between of those stuns. Had to pop a trigger for this one. And Glush is going to be diving back into the south. Vanish out for the rogue. Archie is backing up towards his side of the pillar. He's looking for a bit of a reset. Potentially could pick up the eyes as well. The eyes are up on both ends. Trying to see if he can build some combo points, looking for the reset. Archie does get himself a little bit of a cover with that Aegis trinket. I don't really know if Glush has much in order to be able to do damage magic that could go into the trinket. No trinket for the result trinket. That's going to be a big resonant burst on Archie. Needs to heal in between. Does recover and heal for a second. Does the rogue finish him up with an execute? Archie's getting himself one more heal. Does he have another one? He has the mana. Does he have the master? Oh, it looks like Glush does end up taking him down as the shaman is trying to find himself a heal in between of that go. It looks like Ornash is going to be up next. Haven't got to play the last game at all. Going to be a Breath of the Glush. Does get him in a bit of a setup into a Polymorph Ring of Frost in case Glush decides to trick it out of it. It's going to be G-Pi to punish the rogue into a Ring of Fire right after. Glush is going to try to Shadow Step it. Will not be able to go right into the Ring of Frost. And that's good. Ornash trying to see if he can kite him into it. Nova onto the rogue. Break it out of Nova with a sprint. Ornash does have himself all the time. Glush has himself damage. He could potentially maximize damage to break through Ornash's health before the all the time. But Ornash does have himself recovery guaranteed. Glush is trying to see if he can reposition. Smoke Bomb trying to give himself a bit of a heal. Ornash disrupted immediately. It's going to be mad damage onto Ornash. That's going to be cauterized to follow. Does have images right after. Could potentially go for Ice, but Glush is chasing right after him like a madman. Going to be shifting power for the mage. Able to get a Fire Blast while shifting and recuperating all the CDs. Blind onto Ornash and Glush behind the pillar. Images are rushing at him. Is it going to be enough in order to keep him in combat? Looks like Glush is not going to be able to catch a proper reset. Stun into Ornash. Into a Shadow Step right after. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue, but that's an Ice Block for the mage. Both of them using the big defenses against one another. Breath onto Glush. Has a trinket. Going to be Ring of Frost. He definitely will have a trinket for this one with a Vanish in case he needs to trinket. Vanish, saps Ornash as he gets out of combat. Into immediate Shadow Strike, doesn't really let him go anywhere. Gonna be immediate combustion out of Ornash. Glush with a reset. That's gonna be Flame Strike for a second. Mastery is burning damage on the Glush. Does have a shield for a second. Is gonna back up behind the pillar. Ornash is looking to reposition altogether. Sitting down for Mage Foot. Glush on the offensive. Trying to see if he can regain that advantage. Into a quick interrupt onto Ornash with a distract. 10-minute mark, we got ourselves into that 31% dampening. Both of these two non-healer classes are still in the middle and are fully recovered in health. Just let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in. Two non-hybrid classes are recovered fully at the 10-minute dampener, whereas the hybrid classes fell over fairly quickly with damage. Going to be Ornash with the all the time, really burning right through the rogue. Does the rogue have a recovery? He has a Cloak of Shadows in case things get low, but his health is real low. I'm surprised he's just risking it. Smoke Bomb for a second. He does have line inside of Ornash. That's going to be a Flame Strike to hit the rogue. It does the minor bit of damage. The burns are very, very tiny. Ornash blinking in. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue immediately. Ornash does he have an Ice Block? He does not. Does have a blink out of this stun. Going to be another stun to follow. A Glush that's going to see a trinket out of Ornash. Combustion into immediate blind. That was a very, very fast play. Immediately was already prepared to just use Shadow Step to kind of run past Ornash. As soon as he saw that trinket blind, immediately that's going to be sapping the first stage. Glush looking for that recovery. And Ornash, does he have images back up? I don't know if he has much really here. Glush eating a couple of Fire Blasts back to back. Nova onto the rogue. Does go for a cheap shot yet again. Breath onto Glush. Has the trinkets out of it. Has a Vanish in case he needs to. I think Ornash got nothing left. He got the Seat Pod. Glush realizes it. And it looks like he's just going to be able to chip away at it little by little. And that's how the rogue takes down the mage with Suz. Gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can lock down Glush. Not good opportunity. Just a couple quick Shadow Strikes and the mystery is taking him out of the game. Not giving him a chance. So at least the boys of team 1 get a chance to play. At least we got, what, a Red Palian and hit the Shaman. At least get a chance. So it's gonna be opened up with a Shadow Strike. Getting a proc of Shadow Blades. Or maybe real Shadow Blades? Actually, potential real Shadow Blades. Stunned by the Paladin. Looks like he was gonna do the most damage to Suz, but he does cloak and vanish out of there. Well, with the Shadow Meld, rather. So he still has a proper advantage for later. Sap under the Paladin as he burned his wings really, really early versus Rogue. And Suz, I think, is just going to wait until he gets some cooldowns back and then go again. Two non-hybrids lasted so long. There's one of the Rogue spends the time in stealth and the other fighting. Yeah, true. True, that is true with that. I can't disagree. Like, if a Rogue really wants to win a duel, they will set a lot of that duel in stealth. There isn't much you can really do about it. Unless you can catch him very quickly, there isn't really much you can do. But mages also do have a lot of survivability on top of it too. Like, the rogue has to go for aces because the mages has a lot of sustainability. Unlike Hash, who actually might just bubble it unless he wants to risk it. Oh, decided not to bubble. He thought maybe I can survive it. Maybe I can hold on to defensive. That or potentially he just bopped. And that actually might have been forbearance. That actually might have been forbearance, chat. That actually might have been forbearance. That might not have been his fault. What's up, G? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. As Tawny going for a bit of a reset. I could have bubble dope opted. Oh, okay, yeah. For Barons, that's what it was. For some reason, I guess I didn't track it mentally. Tony, seeing the big damage on the rogue. Banix, Trinket, got him in a static totem. That's going to be meter wall. That's going to be the rogue. Trinket out of that stun, trying to make sure he doesn't resist the siege along. This is going to be blind while Tony is at no health whatsoever. He got Ghost Rose, he got the Earth Elemental. That should give him a little bit of help to work with. Dampen is only 50%. Shaman can still recover a ton, but I don't know if Sus is really going to give him an opportunity. No more Trinket, get a shot, unless Sus makes a mistake. Yeah, no mistakes for this rogue who just got him set up. Absolutely no mistakes, and Sus does bring it back to his team. That rogue burst was a little sus, to be honest. Is he running Finality Lego? Nah, that's a great question. Is that man running Finality or what? All right, boys, let's get another up and running. I think we got ourselves Fanny with a group, yeah?